The AFK farming software, I became invincible without knowing it. Chapter 351, Lord of the North Province. At this critical moment, Nether Phoenix Immortal King did not have the time to think. Facing this extremely powerful heaven-splitting axe, she instinctively used her defensive divine power. Defensive Great Divine Power, Nether Phoenix Pagoda. In an instant, vast dharmic powers condensed around Nether Phoenix Immortal King. The power of laws gathered and in an extremely short period of time, it condensed into a 9-story pagoda. Observing carefully, on the 9-story tower were phoenixes of various forms. They were lifelike as if they were about to be revived. The entire tower enveloped the Nether Phoenix Immortal King. Qi Ming's axe had already slashed down without any hesitation. It contained extremely powerful might and easily destroyed the Nether Phoenix Pagoda. Nether Phoenix Immortal King let out a miserable cry as she spat out blood and was sent flying. Her injuries were not light to begin with, so she naturally could not withstand Qi Ming's full-powered strike. Nether Phoenix Immortal King. The Devouring Immortal King said in surprise. Red Dust Purgatory. Red Dust naturally did not hold back. He raised his right hand, and the power of the rules erupted. In his palm, it was as if a purgatory world had appeared. No. The Devouring Immortal King was extremely terrified. He used all his might to devour the true flame, but he was unable to defeat the Red Dust Purgatory. His entire body was devoured by it. A miserable cry sounded. Although the Devouring Immortal King was not weak and had grasped 2 great divine powers, he was naturally not his match against Red Dust, who cultivated the rules. He was completely suppressed. Not long after, the Red Dust karmic fire burned his body and then burned his soul. Even his consciousness was completely burned to death by the Red Dust karmic fire. His devouring true flame could not resist the Red Dust karmic fire. The Devouring Immortal King completely died in the hands of Red Dust. Attack. At the same time, Qi Ming's gaze was cold as he quickly attacked the Nether Phoenix Immortal King. He mobilized his powerful dharmic powers, and the heavily injured Nether Phoenix Immortal King was not Qi Ming's match at all. Qi Ming chased after her and destroyed all techniques with a single axe. He used the myriad techniques return to 1 and resolved all of Nether Phoenix Immortal King's divine power methods. She was completely suppressed. If the Nether Phoenix Immortal King was not heavily injured at her peak and her intrinsic immortal treasure did not self-destruct, Qi Ming would find it very difficult to capture her and might even lose. But now, the Nether Phoenix Immortal King was heavily injured. In order to escape, she had even detonated his intrinsic immortal treasure. Her strength had long fallen, so she was naturally not Qi Ming's match. Qi Ming's axe landed and shattered all of Nether Phoenix Immortal King's defense. The extremely terrifying Chaos Axe light could even shatter space. The Nether Phoenix Immortal King screamed. She was slashed at the waist by Qi Ming, and blood splattered in the sky. It was extremely painful. A destructive power rushed into her body and destroyed her life force. Dao Slaying Technique. Qi Ming's gaze was cold. He held the Chaos Great Axe and quickly slashed at Nether Phoenix Immortal King again. The chaotic axe light soared into the sky and easily cut off the top 3 flowers of Nether Phoenix Immortal King, destroying her cultivation. No. The Nether Phoenix Immortal King was extremely afraid. She could clearly sense that her cultivation was falling, that her dharmic powers were dissipating, and her hundreds of thousands of years of bitter cultivation had been destroyed. Supreme Karma Technique. Qi Ming's killing intent was very strong. He quickly waved 2 more axe lights and shattered Nether Phoenix Immortal King's providence and merit. Then, he used the Great Calamity Technique to attract the heavenly human 5 declines. Ah! The Nether Phoenix Immortal King screamed. Her head of white hair was incomparably old in the blink of an eye, like an old woman that was about to die. Under the furious roar of unwillingness, she transformed into ash and dissipated in the heavens and the earth. At this moment, in the battle that happened on the shore of the Life River, Qi Ming was chased by the 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws. An extremely terrifying battle erupted, and the commotion was extremely great. In the surroundings, it had already attracted the attention of many immortals in the Life River Immortal City. They looked over. The outcome of the battle exceeded their expectations. They did not expect this. Qi Ming was actually so powerful. He was even protected by an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. In a short period of time, he killed 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws. Such results and such news were already enough to shake the entire 9 provinces domain. Go! Qi Ming took a deep breath. Although he had resolved the 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws, he did not feel that the danger had passed. Instead, he became more and more alarmed. Somehow, it was as if a calamity was about to arrive. Yes. Red Dust nodded in response. He also felt that something was amiss. Red Dust was an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules, so he naturally sensed the danger and calamity. Without any hesitation, Qi Ming and Red Dust used escape techniques. Their bodies transformed into 2 streaks of light that entered the space and flew towards the Life River. They wanted to cross the Life River and leave the North Province. In the blink of an eye, Qi Ming and Red Dust arrived above the Life River. They indeed felt an extremely profound power surge out of the Life River that tried to affect their bodies. Qi Ming and Red Dust had profound cultivations. Qi Ming circulated the myriad techniques returned to 1 and resolved the power of the Life River. Red Dust protected his body with the power of the Red Dust 3000 worlds. The Life River could not affect them. Fellow deists. The next moment, Qi Ming and Hong Chen heard a voice coming from the Life River. They lowered their heads and looked in the direction of the voice. What greeted their eyes was a slightly dilapidated boat that floated on the Life River and followed the waves. Only the Life River trees wood could make ships that floated across the Life River. On the bow of the dilapidated boat, a figure wearing a bamboo hat sat cross-legged. Because his back was facing Qi Ming and the mortal world, his appearance could not be seen clearly, and only his back was visible. This feeling was like a hazy scene of rain. It was quite extraordinary. They observed carefully. It was as if the entire boat had fused into the world, as if it had completely formed a dreamlike painting. Since you're here, why are you in a hurry to leave? The figure sitting cross-legged at the bow raised his right hand and raised the fishing rod in his hand. He happened to fish up what looked like an ordinary red fish from the Life River. In the blink of an eye, the fish with the red tail landed in his hand and was put into the fish cage. At this moment, he slowly put away the fishing rod. However, Qi Ming discovered that the hook of his fishing rod was not a curved fish hook, but a straight fish hook. He was slightly stunned. How could a straight fish hook be used to fish? Most importantly, the other party had actually really caught a red-tailed fish. Of course, there was also another thing. The fish in the Life River was naturally not an ordinary fish. You are. Qi Ming's gaze was slightly solemn. Qi Ming could not see through this bamboo hat fisherman. He was enveloped in a layer of fog and was too mysterious. Red Dust's expression tensed up, and his expression was extremely solemn. He blocked in front of Qi Ming. The other party is very strong, very strong. If the situation is amiss, I'll do my best to stop him. Master, you can find an opportunity to leave when the time comes. Qi Ming was shocked. Unexpectedly, this person wearing a bamboo hat was actually able to make Red Dust so vigilant and cautious. From this, it could be seen that he was really not ordinary. Life River Boat, Fishing Old Man, Lord of the North, fate is unpredictable. This fisherman wearing a bamboo hat turned around and faced Qi Ming. He slowly raised his head and revealed an old face under the bamboo hat. His face was filled with wrinkles and age. It was a white-haired elder. He was not tall and was even a little hunched. He's the Lord of the North Province. Gasp. This. I've long heard the corresponding legend. In the Life River, there's a Life River boat floating. The Lord of the North Province rode the Life River boat to fish on the Life River. Fate is unpredictable, and those who are willing will be hooked. Many immortals have encountered the Lord of the North Province. Some obtained opportunities from him and soared into the sky. They could not be stopped, but some died inexplicably. I didn't expect the Lord of the North Province to appear here. Could it be that the Lord of the North Province came to deal with heaven enlightenment? Impressive. You have to know that during this period of time, heaven enlightenment has indeed raised a huge wave in the entire 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. It has already entered the 9 provinces Immortal execution list. Many factions are discussing this matter. They even guess that heaven enlightenment is the catalyst for the epic calamity. It's the prelude to this calamity. Through the battle just now, heaven enlightenment is indeed worthy of causing such a commotion in the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. After all, 11 upper world immortal kings have died in the hands of heaven enlightenment. In the surroundings, many immortals and living beings looked over and saw the situation. They were all discussing. Lord of the North Province. Qi Ming's gaze was slightly solemn, but he also calmed down. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty is more determined than I thought. Not only did they send 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivate the laws to surround and kill me, but they even let you, the dignified Lord of the North Province, preside over the river of life. Fishing. Qi Ming said, "Are you waiting for a fish to take the bait?" "That's right." The old man nodded slightly and did not deny it. Instead, he said bluntly, "My name is Zhang Taiyu, the Lord of the North Province. I rowed the boat to fish and followed the waves to this place. I was waiting for a fish who would willingly take the bait." Qi Ming took a deep breath and looked at the other party coldly. "Why didn't you attack just now? If you attacked, those upper world immortal kings would not have died. Why should I attack?" Zhang Taiyu smiled, "Whether they live or die has nothing to do with me. They died because their cultivation levels were insufficient. The epic calamity is about to begin, so they only accepted their fate early. If you had died instead of them," Zhang Taiyu smiled again and said, "That's even better. Then I don't have to do anything." Zhang Taiyu looked at Qi Ming and restrained the smile on his face. "Will you surrender yourself or do I have to capture you?" "Forget it." Zhang Taiyu shook his head. "A figure like you will probably not be willing to surrender. Therefore, you don't have to answer. I'll personally attack." Chapter 352, Fate Rules. Qi Ming did not know the exact cultivation level of this Lord of the North Province, but to make the demon Buddha Red Dust so vigilant, he had to be an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. Otherwise, even if an upper world immortal king who only cultivated the laws had reached the late stage upper world immortal king, Red Dust would not have such a solemn expression. Qi Ming thought about it again. Zhang Taiyu was the Lord of the North Province, one of the 9 provinces of the 9 provinces domain. His strength was definitely not weak. It was very normal for him to be an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. In fact, Zhang Taiyu's cultivation level was very likely to be at the late stage immortal king realm. If that was the case, that was indeed dangerous. Although Zhang Taiyu was only one person, he was even stronger and more terrifying than the 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws. If not for Qi Ming being sufficiently vigilant and spending a large amount of dharmic powers to withstand the price of the backlash of the heavenly secrets and deducing his future fragments, he would definitely step into the Life River Immortal City. At that time, once the 9 capital Immortal Array was activated, Qi Ming would definitely fall into the array. He would be surrounded and killed by the 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws. Danger was everywhere. Because Qi Ming saw a piece of the future, he avoided danger and did not step into the Life River Immortal City, nor did he fall into the 9 capital Immortal Array. He even killed 9 upper world immortal kings. The 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty still had a backup plan. Not only did they use the Heavenly Dao treasure, 6 paths of reincarnation to deduce Qi Ming's future, but they also sent 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws to surround and kill him. It could be said to be waiting for the prey. Unexpectedly, these were not only the true killing moves of the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty. The true trump card of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty was actually this Lord of the North Province, Zhang Taiyu. He was powerful and was quite mysterious in the entire North Province. He was indeed an unfathomable upper world immortal king. It was highly possible that he was a powerful late-stage upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. The river of fate is like a continuous drizzle. Zhang Taiyu attacked. He had his hands behind his back. With a thought, an invisible rule domain spread out with him as the center and enveloped the surroundings. At the same time, he did not move and only used his mind to activate his divine power. The water of the life river surged and soared into the sky. It was as if a river of fate had appeared. Fate. In the myriad worlds in the heavens and the myriad worlds, all living beings had their own fate. Be it life or death, their reincarnation was endless, and their fate was endless. Many worlds were unable to escape their fate. Zhang Taiyu mainly cultivated the fate rules. Coupled with the power of other laws, he created divine powers and methods that were mainly based on the fate rules. They were very powerful. In an instant, the fate rain had already fallen in Zhang Taiyu's rule domain. It was continuous and endless, attempting to corrode Qiming and Red Dust's souls. Very strong. Very strong. Red Dust Karmic Fire, rule domain. With a thought, Red Dust also activated his rule domain and resisted Zhang Taiyu's. The Red Dust Karmic Fire surged and actually evaporated the continuous fate rain. Heaven and Earth Great Dao. Qiming circulated the Chaos Great Dao scripture. Dao scripture profundities circulated in his heart. Great Dao runes constantly appeared around him, forming an independent domain. This domain was still very thin and incomplete. It was extremely weak, like an incomplete straw hut that could be blown down at any time. This was a small domain formed by the mysteries of the Heaven and Earth Great Dao. Although it looked weak, it was actually very tough, blocking the pressure of Zhang Taiyu's rule domain. Qiming circulated the supreme karma technique, and the power of karma erupted. The fate rain was blocked by the karma lotus embryo and could not touch Qiming. Zhang Taiyu looked surprised. He glanced at Red Dust and Qiming, as expected of a Dao cultivator who can cause such a commotion in the entire 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. You're only at the early stage mystic Immortal realm and can block my rule domain and the fate rain. With such potential and strength, it's no wonder the 9 elders of the Immortal dynasty did this. We can't let you live. The epic calamity has yet to truly begin, but an existence like you has already appeared. It's unimaginable. When this epic calamity truly erupts, what kind of scene will it be? As the Lord of the North Province, with his status, strength, and realm, Zhang Taiyu indeed knew the essence of the matter. He clearly knew that Qiming was a Dao cultivator. Similarly, Qiming obtained the corresponding information through Zhang Taiyu's words. The reason why the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty spent so much effort to kill Qiming was because he was a Dao cultivator. They wanted to kill the danger in the cradle. They would rather kill 1,000 wrongly than let one off. It was so ruthless and heartless. Demon Buddha Red Dust took a deep breath. He felt an extremely terrifying pressure. Through the initial exchange just now, he was completely sure. Zhang Taiyu was an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. Moreover, his cultivation level had reached the late stage upper world immortal king. He was 2 levels higher than the Demon Buddha Red Dust. Demon Buddha Red Dust knew that he was not Zhang Taiyu's match. Although Red Dust also cultivated the rules, his cultivation level was only at the early stage upper world immortal king. Moreover, the divine power that Zhang Taiyu grasped was only more than the Demon Buddha Red Dust. The enemy's cultivation level is at the late stage immortal king realm. Red Dust secretly sent a voice transmission to Qiming. Moreover, he's an existence who cultivates the rules. I'm very likely not his match. You have to find an opportunity to escape next. Qiming nodded in response to Red Dust. At this moment, he faced the greatest danger he had encountered since stepping into the cultivation world. The enemy was too powerful. In addition, Qi Ming was not completely sure. Even if he joined forces with Red Dust and defeated this Lord of the North Province, would the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty have a stronger backup plan? He could only act according to the situation. Run! Zhang Taiyu smiled disdainfully, none of you can escape. Heaven Enlightenment, I've already seen your fate. Everything you're doing now is only a dying struggle. Your future and your fate can't be changed. Attack! Red Dust took a deep breath and roared angrily. He attacked Zhang Taiyu and shouted, "How can you imagine Master's power? Red Dust Karmic Fire, Demon Buddha True Body." At this moment, Red Dust erupted with his true strength. The Red Dust Karmic Fire burned and reborn in the flames. The Demon Buddha revived and his true body descended. Golden Buddha light shone around Hengchen's body, and it was extremely dazzling. However, the tattoos of sinister demons appeared on his body. The combination of demon and Buddha. Zhang Taiyu was shocked. He did not expect this. You can actually walk such a path. Unfortunately, in my opinion, this is a deformed path. It's neither a demon nor a Buddha. Could it be that you want to completely fuse with the true intent of the demon and Buddha? Ridiculous, too laughable. Moreover, if the eminences of the Buddha world know about this path you took, they will definitely not let you off. If those eminences of the demon world know, they will also not accept you. What a sad fellow! Zhang Taiyu took a step forward, and the power of the fate rules erupted. 3,000 lights rushed out from behind him, and every light represented the power of a law. The omnipresent fate. In the name of the Lord of Fate, I fuse 3,000 laws and evolve the fate wheel. I stand above the heavens and crush everything of the enemy. Zhang Taiyu used a powerful great divine power. It was called the fate wheel technique. In an instant, the 3,000 laws fused together. In midair, light flickered and was dazzling. It shook the space and shook violently. In the blink of an eye, an incomparably huge circular disc appeared. It flickered with colorful light and contained the trajectory of fate, the power of fate. Suppress! The fate wheel pressed towards Red Dust. Red Dust shouted. He used all his strength to evolve the Red Dust 3,000 worlds, but it could not withstand the suppression of the fate wheel. It constantly collapsed. Buddha Demon Karmic Fire. Red Dust roared as a vast fire pillar roared from his mouth. It collided with the fate wheel and only shook it slightly. Red Dust Blade. Immediately after, Red Dust took out his intrinsic immortal treasure again. It was a palm-sized short blade. It looked very small and simple, but it contained extremely powerful might. Slash! The Red Dust blade transformed into a deep red light that seemed to split apart the heaven and earth and slashed at the fate wheel, but it was blocked by an equally small purple ring. This was the fate ring. It was Zhang Taiyu's intrinsic immortal treasure. The fate ring shook slightly, and the Red Dust blade was forced back. The sharp light shattered and flew into Red Dust's hand. The Red Dust 3,000 worlds was also defeated by the fate wheel. Red Dust screamed and spat out blood. In the battle just now, he was already at a disadvantage. The power of the fate wheel had injured him. Fate Avatar. When Zhang Taiyu fought Red Dust, he had already used a great divine power. With the power of the fate rules, he consumed a large amount of dharmic powers and transformed into a dharma body, which was also an avatar. This was a great divine power. The fate avatar that Zhang Taiyu had transformed into possessed the same strength as his main body. The fate avatar had already blocked Qi Ming's escape route. Your fate has long been decided. Zhang Taiyu's fate avatar stared at Qi Ming. All your resistance is futile. Nonsense! Qi Ming shouted, come and fight. Qi Ming raised his hand and slashed with his axe. Vast axe light flashed, and the heavens and the earth shook. Cracks appeared in the space as it slashed at Zhang Taiyu's fate avatar. Zhang Taiyu's fate avatar received Qi Ming's axe head-on. He flipped his hand and slapped down, transforming into a huge hand seal that shattered Qi Ming's axe light. Attack! Qi Ming directly rushed away. A clear chi rushed out of his head and transformed into the 3 pure avatars again to attack Zhang Taihu's fate avatar from 4 directions. Chapter 353, Primordial Demon Sect, Heavenly Demon Branch Master. Great Calamity Technique. Great Origin Technique. Heavenly Constellation Array. Qi Ming and the 3 pure avatars quickly surrounded Zhang Taihu and used great divine powers in succession. The Jade Pure Avatar used the Great Calamity Technique to evolve a Calamity Black Hole. The Supreme Pure Avatar used the Great Origin Technique to evolve the Origin Divine Light. The Grand Pure used the Heavenly Constellation 36 techniques to evolve a Heavenly Constellation Array. At the same time, Qi Ming himself slashed out the Chaos Axe and fused with the power of the Supreme Karma Technique. The axe light flashed and flickered with a golden light as it directly slashed at Zhang Taihu. The body of Zhang Taihu's fate avatar only shook slightly before he used a divine power technique. The power of the fate rules surged as an illusory screen of light quickly appeared around him. It was like a wall that blocked all attacks. Fate Wall. Zhang Taihu's fate avatar shouted softly and blocked Qi Ming's attack. Several explosions sounded as light shot in all directions. Fate Spear. Zhang Taihu's fate avatar raised his right hand. Dharmic powers gathered as the power of the fate rules fused, condensing into a huge white jade spear. Swish! The spear tore through the air and pierced towards Qi Ming. Boom! 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 The 3 pure avatars rushed forward and wanted to block the fate spear that was piercing over, but they discovered that the power of the spear was too powerful and difficult to resist. In an instant, the 3 pure avatars were actually pierced by the fate spear. The 3 pure avatars all collapsed. This. A shocked expression could not help but appear on Qi Ming's face. Qi Ming was only facing Zhang Taihu's fate avatar and not his true body. However, even so, he was not the other party's match at all. The difference was indeed too great. The battle erupted. Zhang Taihu's fate avatar attacked Qi Ming. With a raise of his hand, 3,000 laws rushed out and fused into the fate rules to condense the fate wheel. Suppress! Zhang Taihu shouted. The fate wheel crushed towards Qi Ming. Myriad techniques returned to 1, Karma Lotus Embryo. Qi Ming's pupils were constricted. Facing such a powerful fate wheel, he did not hesitate at all and used both Supreme Karma techniques. Myriad techniques returned to 1 was like an invisible vortex. The Karma Lotus appeared and crashed into the Wheel of Destiny. 2 loud explosions sounded. The invisible vortex formed by myriad techniques returned to 1 was defeated by the fate wheel. It exploded, and waves of energy storms swept in all directions. At the same time, cracks also appeared on the Karma Lotus embryo as it could not withstand the fate wheel. Pfft! Qi Ming spat out blood and raised the Chaos Great Axe to block Zhang Taihu's fate wheel with difficulty. However, he was also sent flying. Just as he stabilized himself, Qi Ming could not help but spit out another mouthful of blood. The divine power, resurrection from the dead, circulated. Qi Ming quickly recovered from his injuries, but his injuries were tainted with the power of the fate rules, causing his recovery speed to be very slow. Cough cough. Qi Ming coughed out another mouthful of blood. I see. Qi Ming took a deep breath. His current situation was the corner of his future that he had deduced back then. He had encountered a powerful enemy and was heavily injured. Zhang Taihu's fate avatar said, "You're already at the end of your rope. Moreover, according to my guess, Heaven Enlightenment should not be your true name. However, this is all a small matter. When you completely die, all the mysteries will naturally be resolved." Qi Ming asked in a low voice, "Do you think you'll definitely win?" Red Dust screamed. He had been injured by Zhang Taihu's main body. He spat out blood and was sent flying. His injuries were getting worse. Qi Ming frowned. Of course. Zhang Taihu's fate avatar said indifferently, "I'm indeed sure to win, and you will definitely die." Qi Ming took a deep breath. At this moment, he could no longer hold back. He could only take out the heavenly Dao treasure, space-time gate to suppress Zhang Taiyu. At this moment, he was just about to take out the heavenly Dao treasure, space-time gate when a dignified shout sounded. Before the figure arrived, the voice arrived first. You're an old senior who has lived for countless hundreds of millions of years. You actually bullied a junior who's less than 100,000 years old here. Aren't you ashamed? Don't you feel embarrassed? Black light flashed. A black shadow appeared out of thin air and stood above the life river. It had its hands behind its back, and its black hair fluttered. It had a pair of black and red horns. What? Zhang Taiyu stopped and frowned. He looked at the figure who had suddenly appeared and said in a low voice, "It's you, Heavenly Demon Branch Master. You came at the right time." Ha ha ha! The square-faced burly figure roared with laughter. He looked at Qi Ming and waved his right hand. Thick demonic qi rushed out of his body, heavenly demon body. He transformed into a Dharma body that had almost the same strength as his main body. He rushed over and blocked Zhang Taiyu's fate avatar. Heaven Enlightenment, right? The square-faced heavenly demon branch master shouted, "I'll protect your life." This. Qi Ming was a little surprised. He did not expect that he would actually have help. Moreover, this heavenly demon branch master had surging demonic qi. He was clearly a great demon. Red dust returned to Qi Ming's side. At this moment, this heaven demon branch master and Zhang Taiyu were fighting. The two sides' rule domains collided. Even if they did not really attack, just the clash of the rule domains created waves of storms. Space shook, and the life river under their feet raised surging waves that shot into the sky. It surged. Qi Ming glanced at red dust and saw the injuries on his body. It was a shocking sight. There was a tear-like wound on his chest that could almost see the internal organs. Resurrection from the dead. Qi Ming waved his right hand and used a divine power. Vast dharmic powers surged into red dust and recovered his injuries. The wounds on his body quickly healed. This was only the surface recovery. Red dust's internal injuries could not recover so quickly. The injuries on the soul and consciousness were even more difficult to recover from. They required a long period of recuperation. "Thank you, Master." Red dust bowed. At this moment, the heavenly demon branch master and Zhang Taiyu fought head-on. These were two upper-world immortal kings who cultivated the rules and were both late-stage upper-world immortal kings. Their battle was extremely intense. It had already shattered the surrounding space, and cracks appeared. The river of life seemed to boil. Outside the battlefield, it had long attracted many living beings to watch. Lord Zhang Taiyu is fighting the heavenly demon branch master. I wonder who will win. This. The heavenly demon branch master is the branch master of one of the 108 lineages of the Primordial demon sect. He's powerful and is completely not inferior to Lord Zhang Taiyu. It's really uncertain who will win. I didn't expect the heavenly demon branch master to appear at this moment. Is he also here for heaven enlightenment? Of course. Many living beings conversed. Time passed. There was a loud sound. The heavens and the earth shook as a dazzling white light blossomed. It surged in all directions and awed the heavens and the earth. Countless lights flickered as the power of the rules collided. Go! Suddenly, Qi Ming heard the heavenly demon branch masters berating. The next moment, a black light flashed. Qi Ming felt that his arm was grabbed by the heavenly demon branch master. At the critical moment, Qi Ming quickly called red dust back to the immortal pet growth slot. In an instant, Qi Ming felt as if he had been brought into the depths of space. He fled with an unbelievable speed and escape technique as if he was traveling through space and time. Above the life river, the light of the explosion dissipated. On the battlefield, only Zhang Taiyu was left. In Zhang Taiyu's hand was a black-red horn. This horn was from the heavenly demon branch master. In the battle just now, Zhang Taiyu held the advantage and injured him. They did not fight for long. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master was not Zhang Taihu's match. He fled. Zhang Taihu's gaze was deep as he looked in a certain direction. He seemed to be able to sense the direction in which the Heavenly Demon Branch Master had fled, but he did not continue to pursue. Even if he continued to pursue, he would probably not be able to catch up to the Heavenly Demon Branch Master. Moreover, if he entered the Primordial Province, he would very likely be ambushed by the Primordial Demon Sect. It was not worth it. There was no need to put himself in danger for the mission of the 9 Elders of the Immortal Dynasty. Moreover, the epic calamity was about to begin, and Zhang Taihu did not want to be overly involved in it. If not for the fact that he had to attack, Zhang Taihu did not even want to attack. Dao Cultivator. Zhang Taihu casually threw the black-red horn in his hand into the life river. The water of the life river churned. In the life river, various fish-like creatures ate the black-red horn. In the last epoch, the epic calamity erupted. The entire 9 provinces domain was in chaos. That lord used supreme power to suppress all existences in the entire 9 provinces domain and established the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty to restore order. Zhang Taihu said, "This time, the epic calamity is about to begin," and a Dao cultivator appeared again. "I wonder how long this epic calamity will last. Will there be an old order to establish a new order, or will the old order be reborn and continue to be glorious? I'm looking forward to it." Zhang Taihu returned to the small ship. He sat cross-legged at the bow and threw out the fish hook. He fished on the life river again. The life river boat flowed along with the waves and gradually disappeared from the vision of all the living beings. On the other side, the Heavenly Demon Branch Master brought Qi Ming through space and time and escaped the life river to enter the Primordial Province. When Qi Ming returned to his senses, he discovered that he had returned to the Primordial Demon Territory. He was in the center of the Primordial Demon Territory. On the top of the Primordial Sacred Mountain, the surroundings were blurry. It was chaotic. Cough cough. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master coughed up blood. He let go of Qi Ming. His face was pale and his gaze was gloomy. The black and red bullhorn on his left was cut away completely. His injuries were not very serious, but he looked very miserable. "You're injured. This. Is Zhang Taihu actually so powerful? He's heaven enlightenment. Very good. It's good that you brought him back." In the surroundings, figures appeared one after another. Demonic chi spread and fiendish chi surged. They contained extremely terrifying auras, and there were a total of 107 figures. Chapter 354, Joining the Primordial Demon Sect. Qi Ming had already calmed down. He looked around and could completely confirm where he was. The surrounding figures had very powerful auras, and every one of them was not weaker than the Heavenly Demon Branch Master. Including the Heavenly Demon Branch Master, they were the branch masters of the 108 lineages of the Primordial Demon Sect. They were actually gathered here. Qi Ming took a deep breath and fell silent. Recommended for you. Recommended by God of Soul System, Chapter 687, Incredible. Play quizzes, earn coins sponsored by QuizUp. The Cold King and his spoiled wife, his genius consort is breathtaking, Chapter 132, I will help you. If the enemy was only a Heaven Demon Branch Master or Zhang Taihu, Qi Ming might have a chance of survival if he used all his methods. But now, the branch masters of the 108 lineages of the Primordial Demon Sect were gathered here. If they attacked, Qi Ming would not have any chance of escaping. However, thinking about it, the Heavenly Demon Branch Master had worked hard to bring him here and even saved him. He was definitely not here to kill him. Zhang Taihu's fate divine power is becoming more and more terrifying. I've fought him for hundreds of moves and indeed lost to one move. If you encounter him in the future, you have to be careful. I'll go heal myself first. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master took a step forward. His figure became blurry and entered the surrounding chaotic fog. He sat cross-legged and circulated his cultivation technique to begin healing and recovering. Heaven Enlightenment. At this moment, 107 figures appeared in front of Qi Ming. Most of them were enveloped in fog and could not be seen clearly at all. He could only see a blurry outline. Only a figure gradually became clear. After taking a few steps forward, she stood in front of Qi Ming. It was a girl with long green hair. Although her appearance was that of a young girl, her actual age was probably 100 million years. Every branch master present was a true senior. Hee. The green-haired girl smiled. Heaven Enlightenment is not your true name, right? Or should I call you Nian Jiao Jiao? Or should I call you Yang Yungzi? Yu Qiming frowned and his pupils constricted slightly, but he quickly calmed down. Since you already know, why ask? Hee. The green-haired girl laughed lightly. She had an outstanding appearance and peerless bearing. She said bluntly, I'm the puppet lineage branch master of one of the 108 lineages of the Primordial demon sect. Qi Ming was slightly shocked, but it was also within his expectations. It was no wonder she knew so much. Recommended for you. Recommended by. The Abandoned Husband Dominates, Chapter 302, Blackmailing Jordan. The atypical young lady has returned, Chapter 437, she looked a little familiar. Beast Armorer, Infinite Evolution, Chapter 311, Magical Beast Bracelet. Deo Cultivator Heaven Enlightenment, you are indeed very mysterious. We used many methods but could not deduce your true situation. I'm afraid the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty can't deduce your true situation. This is clearly because you have the heavenly Deo protection. Therefore, the heavenly secrets are hidden. Coupled with the fact that the epic calamity is about to begin, it's naturally difficult to deduce your situation. However, Yang Yungzi and Nian Jiao are outer sect disciples of the puppet lineage. Through deducing the situation of Yang Yungzi and Nian Jiao, I traced the history and confirmed your situation. If you have problems with this website, please continue reading your novel on our new website myboxnovel.com. Thanks. The green-robed girl continued, you ascended from the lower realm. Because you were deceived by Nian Jiao, you were brought to the primordial demon territory. Heaven Enlightenment is not your true name. Qi Ming is your true name. You killed Nian Jiao on the spot and disguised yourself as her. You temporarily stayed in the primordial demon sect. However, because of Yang Yungzi's interference, you killed him and acted as him. You hid in the primordial demon sect for more than a year and escaped from the primordial demon territory in the battle that destroyed the Wind Cloud sect. Unfortunately, the green-robed girl shook her head. The world is unpredictable. Although you're a Deo cultivator, your cultivation level is too low. Moreover, you were exposed too early and were targeted by the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty. However, we didn't expect that your ability was indeed not small. You actually killed a total of 11 upper world immortal kings along the way, and there were even 9 upper world immortal kings who cultivated the laws. What terrifying combat strength! Your cultivation level is only at the early stage mystic immortal realm now, right? How terrifying! Is this the true terror of a Deo cultivator? You crossed the Grand Unity mystic immortal realm, Golden Immortal Realm, and Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal Realm to kill the upper world immortal kings. Qi Ming continued to maintain his silence. Honestly, after Qi Ming heard that his situation had been exposed, he was not too surprised. After all, the primordial demon sect was indeed very powerful. Since the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty could deduce and find him, there was no reason why the primordial demon sect could not. How did the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty know that I'm a Deo cultivator? That's because the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty has a heavenly Deo treasure. The green-robed girl answered Qi Ming's question. This heavenly Deo treasure is called the 6 Paths of Reincarnation. In the last epoch, the 6 Deo Heavenly Venerate used supreme dharmic powers to suppress the entire 9 provinces domain and restore order. He established the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty and returned the chaotic 9 provinces domain to normal. Moreover, the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate has refined this Heavenly Dao treasure, 6 paths of reincarnation to suppress the providence of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. The 6 paths of reincarnation can deduce the lives of the 9 provinces. Naturally, that includes you. When a true Dao cultivator appears, the 6 paths of reincarnation will also react accordingly, allowing the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty to know the birth of the Dao cultivator. 6 paths of reincarnation. Qi Ming pondered for a moment. There's also the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate. Although the green-robed girl did not say it, Qi Ming also knew that the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate had definitely surpassed the immortal realm. However, he did not know how strong he was. The green-robed girl continued, the current you is being chased by the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty and has already entered the 9 provinces Immortal execution list. In the entire 9 provinces domain, other than the Primordial Demon Sect, no other faction dares to accept you. Even the Dao Sect doesn't dare to do this. There's only one path left in front of you. That is to join the Primordial Demon Sect and become a member. This way, you will have the ability to resist the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Otherwise, you will only die. Qi Ming was silent for a moment. He raised his head and looked at the 108 branch masters of the Primordial Demon Sect present. If you let me join, aren't you afraid of the crazy revenge of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty? Ha ha ha. Revenge. Qi Ming, the Primordial Demon Sect has long been at odds with the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. As long as it's an enemy of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, it's our ally. Then let them take revenge. Why should we be afraid of fighting? He he. Qi Ming, you're thinking too much. If we really wanted to harm you, we would have attacked long ago. Do we still need to wait until now? Do we still need to waste time to save you? We want to rope in all the enemies of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty and join forces. The moment the epic calamity truly erupts, it will be the time for an all-out battle. Qi Ming, the reason why we saved you is because you're a Dao cultivator with huge potential. If you can truly grow, it's enough to heavily injure the foundation of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. In the surroundings, the voices of the branch masters sounded and said their thoughts. Qi Ming thought for a moment. He did not hesitate for long. Moreover, he originally wanted to join the Primordial Demon Sect. Now that he saw the branch masters warmly welcome him, it was naturally for the best. I'm willing to join the Primordial Demon Sect. Qi Ming said bluntly, what price do I have to pay? You'll know soon. The puppet lineage branch master, the green-robed girl, said. Primordial Heavenly Venerate, please descend. Primordial Heavenly Venerate, please descend. The 108 branch masters pressed their palms together and formed different hand seals. They fused together and transformed into a pillar of light that rushed into the sky. The next moment, the surrounding fog surged and surged like waves. In the sky, there were flashes of light and phenomenon. At this moment, laws resonated and rules appeared. Accompanied by the appearance of the heavenly celebration cloud, a supreme figure was faintly discernible in the clouds, like the incarnation of the heavenly Dao. Around this supreme figure, the worlds of the heavens appeared, and the sun, moon, and stars shone in it. In the clouds, 5-colored light tainted the heavens, and 8 music of immortals resounded in the world. Outside the heavenly celebration cloud, countless golden lamps, golden lotuses, jade pearls, and beads fell from the clouds. It was as if water was flowing endlessly in front of the eaves. This is... Qi Ming was very shocked. He felt a vast pressure as if he was facing the heavenly Dao of heaven and earth. It was too powerful, making Qi Ming extremely shocked. This was not the true body of the Primordial Heavenly Venerate, but an avatar. To be more precise, it was the avatar statue of the Primordial Heavenly Venerate in the Primordial Demon Sect. At this moment, because of the summon of the 108 branch masters, a wisp of the primordial heavenly Venerate's consciousness crossed the barriers of the heavens and augmented this avatar statue, causing it to revive. Primordial heavenly Venerate, your disciple, the heavenly demon branch master, greets you, O heavenly Venerate. Primordial heavenly Venerate, your disciple, the puppet branch master, greets you, O heavenly Venerate. Primordial heavenly Venerate, your disciple, the death branch master, greets you, O heavenly Venerate. In the surroundings, the 108 branch masters knelt on the ground and kowtowed. Their voices were extremely respectful as they bowed to the disciples. O great primordial heavenly Venerate, the ascender of the lower realm, Qi-Ming, is recommended by the 108 branch masters to join the primordial demon sect. Heavenly Venerate, please make the decision. Then, the 108 branch masters said in unison. Qi-Ming was a Dao cultivator and was indeed very extraordinary. Therefore, he was worthy of being treated so solemnly by the 108 branch masters. Otherwise, they could completely let Qi-Ming casually join the primordial demon sect without alarming the avatar statue of the primordial heavenly Venerate. Of course, this was a Dao cultivator who had joined the primordial demon sect. If the primordial heavenly Venerate did not know, if anything happened in the future, the 108 branch masters would not be able to escape the responsibility and answer to him. Whether Qi-Ming would pay the price for joining the primordial demon sect or not, it was not up to the 108 branch masters to decide. Instead, it was up to the primordial heavenly Venerate. The next moment, outside the heavenly celebration cloud, countless golden lotuses, golden lamps, jade pearls, and beads floated down from the clouds. A beam of light shone on Qi-Ming's body. It was a heavenly celebration cloud that floated above his head. How is this possible? Actually. It's not a golden lotus or a golden lamp. It's a heavenly celebration cloud. The 108 branch masters were stunned when they saw this scene. Their eyes widened, and their faces were filled with disbelief as they cried out endlessly. Chapter 355, Entry Disciple, 109th Lineage, Heaven Enlightenment Lineage. The moment the heavenly celebration cloud descended, Qi-Ming had already sensed the pressure of the primordial heavenly Venerate at a close distance. It was as if the heavenly Dao had descended. It was too powerful and filled him with reverence. The primordial heavenly Venerate was also an existence that had surpassed the immortal realm and was comparable to the 6 Dao heavenly Venerate. It was also because of this that the primordial demon sect could rival the 9 provinces immortal dynasty. The scene in front of Qi-Ming was blurry. He had entered a mysterious independent world. In front of him was a mighty figure sitting cross-legged on the Dao lotus. The surrounding Dao laws were suffused and blurry, making it impossible to see clearly. Dao cultivator Qi-Ming, I am the primordial heavenly Venerate. Qi-Ming heard an incomparably dignified voice come from the figure in front of him. You and I are fated to be master and disciple. Today, I'll grant you the heavenly celebration cloud umbrella. I'll take you in and protect your Dao path. You can be called my entry disciple. After this epic calamity, when the merit is fulfilled, you can enter the primordial heaven and become my inner disciple. The figure in front of Qi-Ming transformed into a blurry stream of light that flew over and fused into his body from the center of his brows before disappearing. All kinds of information appeared in Qi-Ming's mind. There was understanding in his eyes. At the same time, Qi-Ming opened his eyes. Above, the heavenly celebration cloud slowly condensed and transformed into a physical object. This was a heavenly celebration cloud umbrella. It was simple and unadorned. It was completely glass-colored and contained deep profundity. Then, the heavenly celebration cloud umbrella landed in Qi-Ming's hand. The 108 branch masters of the primordial demon sect took a deep breath. When they saw this situation, after their shock, they gradually calmed down. After they entered the primordial demon sect and their cultivation levels increased, they sat in the position of the branch master step by step. Only then were they qualified to enter the eyes of the primordial heavenly Venerate. However, they only had golden lotuses, golden lamps, jade pearls, and beads. This meant that they could not obtain the true recognition of the primordial heavenly Venerate and could only become registered disciples of the primordial demon sect. Qi Ming was different. He had indeed obtained the true recognition of the primordial heavenly Venerate. The heavenly celebration cloud gathered and transformed into an umbrella. He became the entry disciple of the primordial heavenly Venerate. Clearly, the status and identity of an entry disciple was naturally higher than that of a registered disciple. If he could obtain the inheritance and divine powers of the primordial heavenly Venerate, his status in the primordial demon sect would also be higher. In the entire primordial demon sect, only the sect master of the primordial demon sect obtained true favor when he met the primordial heavenly Venerate and became his entry disciple. Congratulations, Senior Qi! Congratulations, Senior Brother Qi! You have obtained the favor of the heavenly Venerate. The heavens are celebrating your ascension to a disciple. Congratulations! In the surroundings, the heavenly demon branch master, the puppet branch master, and the other 106 branch masters bowed to Qi Ming. Their tone was very respectful. Although they had entered the sect much earlier than Qi Ming, they were still registered disciples. Qi Ming directly became the entry disciple of the primordial heavenly Venerate the moment he came. His status naturally surpassed theirs. Now, Qi Ming became their senior brother. They were only envious and did not dare to be jealous or hate him. Honestly, Qi Ming also did not expect the situation to develop like this. He had become the entry disciple of the primordial heavenly Venerate and the senior brother of the 108 branch masters of the primordial demon sect. It was indeed surprising. Most importantly, from the beginning to the end, Qi Ming had never truly seen the primordial heavenly Venerate. He had only seen the statue of the primordial heavenly Venerate's avatar in his blurry back. However, he sensed the power and grandeur of the primordial heavenly Venerate and had not truly seen it. The moment Qi Ming accepted the heavenly celebration cloud umbrella and joined the primordial demon sect, the corresponding information appeared in his mind. First, Qi Ming did not have to pay any price to join the primordial demon sect, but he had to abide by the rules set by the primordial heavenly Venerate. If he violated the rules, he would be punished. If not, he would be imprisoned for 100,000 years. At worst, he would cripple his cultivation and reincarnate. There were not many sect rules. There were still 3. The first rule, respect your master. The second rule, no killing of fellow disciples. Third rule, follow the heavenly Dao and do not go against the heavens. As long as they did not violate these 3 sect rules, it was basically nothing major. However, after joining the primordial demon sect, they still had to help the primordial demon sect defeat the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Of course, Qi Ming had already become the entry disciple of the primordial heavenly Venerate. He naturally had to protect the dignity of his sect. In addition, he did not really join the primordial demon sect. His true master was the primordial Dao sect. The primordial demon sect was only a branch of the primordial Dao sect in the 9 provinces domain. Qi Ming already had an irreconcilable grudge with the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. As long as there was a chance, he would naturally not let go of the opportunity to take revenge on them. Now, Qi Ming did not only join the primordial demon sect on the surface, but he also joined the primordial Dao sect. In the entire primordial demon sect, only Qi Ming and the sect master of the primordial demon sect knew the truth. The 108 branch masters of the primordial demon sect were only registered disciples. They were not qualified to know the existence of the primordial Dao sect. They only had some guesses. Clearly, the primordial Dao sect was naturally not a demonic sect. This could be seen from the sect rules set by the primordial heavenly Venerate. However, for the primordial demon sect to develop into a demon cult was indeed a little unbelievable. There were many reasons for this. For now, Qi Ming did not know for the time being. However, he would slowly know in the future. Thank you for your help, junior brothers. Qi Ming held the heavenly celebration cloud umbrella. In it, there were cultivation methods and divine powers passed down by the primordial heavenly Venerate. He did not understand them yet. Senior brother Qi, what do you plan to do next? The green-robed girl, the puppet lineage master, asked. Senior brother Qi, why don't you come to my parish lineage? The parish branch master suggested. No, senior brother Qi. You should come to my hell lineage. The hell branch master said. Immediately after, the branch masters were fighting to rope Qi Ming in. No, Qi Ming smiled and cupped his hands in greeting to the branch masters. Thank you for your kindness, junior brothers. I plan to open another lineage in the primordial demon sect. It's called Heaven Enlightenment Lineage. At that time, I hope that junior brothers will come and support me. Open another lineage. Indeed. With senior brother Qi status, joining our factions is indeed a waste of his talent. He can completely open another lineage. That's right. At that time, when senior brother Qi Heaven Enlightenment Lineage is established, the entire primordial demon sect will have 109 lineages and will become even stronger. Good. I support senior brother Qi decision. The branch masters looked at each other and said. Thank you. Qi Ming bowed again. Time passed. In the blink of an eye, 100 years later. In the primordial demon territory, the 109th lineage, Heaven Enlightenment Lineage was established. Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Looking over, it was an incomparably grand and magnificent holy mountain. In the demon territory surrounded by demonic qi and fiendish qi, Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain was unique. Thick green qi surrounded it and was independent. Qi Ming used 100 years to establish Heaven Enlightenment Lineage in the primordial demon territory. Moreover, he had released all the servants he had obtained from the Immortal Realm game dungeon in the past 100,000 years. The various systems of Heaven Enlightenment Lineage were basically copied by Qi Ming from the other 108 lineages. Qi Ming made some changes to the sect system. First, he was the branch master of Heaven Enlightenment Lineage. His status was the highest. Under the branch master, there were 3 different identities: elder, deacon, and disciple. Elder. Their status was divided into grand elders, legacy elders, inner sect elders, outer sect elders, and servant elders. Deacon. Their status was divided into disciplinary deacons, legacy deacons, inner sect deacons, outer sect deacons, and servant deacons. Disciple. Their status was divided into Deo children, legacy disciples, personal disciples, inner sect disciples, outer sect disciples, and servant disciples. In the entire Heaven Enlightenment lineage, there was only one Grand Elder. That was the Demon Buddha Red Dust. Apart from that, Qi Ming still had 6 immortal pets. They were all Zenith Heaven Golden Immortals who cultivated the laws. They were in the position of disciplinary deacon and helped Qi Ming supervise the entire Heaven Enlightenment lineage. The authority that the deacons had was that they were the executors of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. As long as they violated the sect rules, the deacons could exercise their authority and punish the disciples or elders who violated the sect rules according to the corresponding sect rules. The authority of a disciplinary deacon was the greatest. A disciplinary deacon could punish any elder or disciple other than Qi Ming. He naturally had to let his 6 most trusted immortal pets assume the role. In 100 years, Qi Ming had already perfectly established the entire Heaven Enlightenment lineage. In these 100 years, Qi Ming first spent a lot of effort and considerable price to refine Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain was actually an extremely powerful immortal treasure. Qi Ming had already set up the small heavenly star array and enveloped the entire Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. This way, even the upper world immortal kings could not easily spy on the situation of Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Many disciples had already joined the entire Heaven Enlightenment lineage. Unknowingly, they had already become stronger and stronger. In less than 100 years, it was enough to be compared to the other 108 lineages. This was mainly because Qiming had obtained a large number of Immortal Realm servants in the Immortal Realm game dungeon. These servants filled the various vacancies in Heaven Enlightenment lineage. It quickly filled up. After Qiming displayed the power and potential of Heaven Enlightenment lineage in succession, it naturally attracted many Demon Dao immortals to join, causing Heaven Enlightenment lineage to become stronger and stronger. Over the years, he had obtained countless divine powers, cultivation methods, spells, materials, medicinal pills, treasures, and so on. They were basically all used to fill the foundation of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. Qiming completely relied on his own strength to establish Heaven Enlightenment lineage that was comparable to the other 108 lineages. It was indeed very unbelievable. Chapter 356, Demon Sect Competition, Venerate Realm. On this day, a guest had arrived at Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Qiming was quite familiar with him. He was the Heavenly Demon Branch Master who had saved Qiming from Zhongtaiya back then. After 100 years, the Heavenly Demon Branch Master's injuries had long recovered, but the broken horn on his head could not recover or heal for a long time, as if it had been cut off forever. The Heaven Demon Branch Master stopped in front of Heaven Enlightenment Hall at the top of Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. In front of Heaven Enlightenment Hall were two sculptures standing straight. This was a golden immortal puppet. One of the spoils of war that Qiming had obtained in the Immortal Realm game dungeon. He had combat strength comparable to a golden immortal. Qiming used it to guard the door. Senior Brother Qi. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master stood outside the hall and shouted, "Junior Brother is here to visit. Please open the door." "So it's Junior Brother Heavenly Demon." Qiming's voice sounded from inside, "Come in." The door slowly opened and a rumble sounded. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master walked in and walked along the corridor under his feet until he arrived in front of the hall. "Please come in." Qiming's voice sounded again. "Yes." The Heavenly Demon Branch Master pushed open the door of the hall and took a deep breath before walking in. What greeted his eyes was a rather empty hall. Apart from the Heavenly Demon Branch Master, there was only Qiming. "Senior Brother Qi." The Heavenly Demon Branch Master cupped his hands and bowed. "Junior Brother Heavenly Demon, there's no need to be so polite." Qiming smiled. Cough cough. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master coughed lightly. "Senior Brother Qi, actually, I came here to tell you something. There's still a year before the Demon Sect competition begins." Demon Sect competition. Qiming looked at the Heavenly Demon Branch Master in confusion. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master nodded slightly and continued, "The Demon Sect competition is a huge matter and a grand event in the Primordial Demon Sect. Every meeting origin, 129,600 years, it will be held once. In the past, the strongest disciples of the 108 lineages will participate and compete together to choose the final winner. At that time, they can obtain various rewards, including but not limited to cultivation methods, divine powers, immortal treasures, immortal pills, and even listen to Lord Sect Master preach if their talent is strong enough." Qiming said, "So you want Heaven Enlightenment lineage to participate in this Demon Sect competition?" "That's right." The Heavenly Demon Branch Master said, "Logically speaking, Senior Brother Qi, it's only been 100 years since you established Heaven Enlightenment lineage. There's no need to invite Heaven Enlightenment lineage to participate at all." "But it's only been 100 years. Senior Brother Qi, you actually developed Heaven Enlightenment lineage to this extent. It's sufficient to be compared to the other 108 lineages. It really shocked the branch masters of our various lineages. We're extremely impressed. That's why we wanted to invite Heaven Enlightenment lineage to participate. Of course, Senior Brother Qi, it's fine if you don't want to participate." "Red dust." Qi Ming pondered for a moment and shouted. There was a flash. Greetings, Branch Master. Demon Buddha red dust appeared out of thin air. He cupped his hands and bowed to Qi Ming. Because Qi Ming had become the Branch Master of Heaven Enlightenment Lineage, and Red Dust had become the Grand Elder of Heaven Enlightenment Lineage, he let Red Dust change the way he addressed him. Qi Ming said, "You'll be in charge of the Demon Sect competition this time. Pick a few good seedlings from Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain and let them participate in this competition." "Yes." Red Dust bowed. "Okay." The Heavenly Demon Branch Master nodded. "Senior Brother Qi, I'll take my leave first." "Wait!" Qi Ming shouted at the Heavenly Demon Branch Master, "Junior Brother Heavenly Demon, this is an essence-restoring immortal pill that I luckily obtained in the past. The quality is not bad. After you consume it, you will definitely be able to recover from the injuries on your head." Essence-restoring immortal pill. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master was stunned. He looked at Qi Ming and then at the immortal pill in his hand. He pondered for a moment and accepted it. He cupped his hands and said, "Thank you for the pill, Senior Brother." Although the essence-restoring immortal pill was not an extremely high-grade immortal pill, it was a special type of immortal pill. It was mainly used to recover the missing injuries similar to the Heavenly Demon Branch Master. Because the effect was relatively special, there were very few alchemists who refined this immortal pill, causing it to be relatively difficult to find. In fact, with the identity and strength of the Heavenly Demon Branch Master, if he specially went to find the essence-restoring immortal pill, he only needed to spend a little more time and effort to obtain it. If there was really no choice, he could even ask the alchemist Immortal Master to specially refine it. No matter what, in the eyes of the Heavenly Demon Branch Master, he had actually specially left this injury to remember the damage Zhang Taiyu had caused him and could not make the same mistake. Qi Ming was the senior brother of the Heavenly Demon Branch Master after all. He had given the essence-restoring immortal pill. The Heavenly Demon Branch Master naturally had to accept it. As for whether he would consume it, that was up to the Heavenly Demon Branch Master. "Junior Brother Heavenly Demon, has there been any movement from the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty in the past 100 years?" "Nothing much happened." The Heavenly Demon Branch Master replied, "Senior Brother, don't worry for the time being. The power and strength of the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty are indeed great, but they are not unified. There are internal conflicts. Also, in the entire 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty, besides the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty, there are many sects, races, and other factions. They might not all listen to the orders of the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty. For example, the Dao Sect. This is a powerful sect that has been passed down since the last epoch. It's even to the extent that there were powerful sects that had existed since the last epoch. You can say that their foundation is incomparably deep. Unless the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty plans to go to war with our demon sect, they definitely won't dare to attack the primordial demon territory. They can't do it either." Qi Ming pondered for a moment. He choosing to join the primordial demon sect was indeed the best choice. This way, he could become the entry disciple of the primordial heavenly Venerate and have a huge backer. He would have a huge confidence even in the entire 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty. Most importantly, Qi Ming could quickly grow under the protection of the primordial heavenly Venerate. In the last 100 years, Qi Ming cultivated and opened another great Dao immortal aperture. He used a lesser divine power to condense the great Dao supremacy and became even stronger. He was still a distance away from breaking through to the mid-stage mystic immortal realm. However, the Heavenly Demon Branch Master pondered for a moment and said, "Speaking of the Dao Sect, 10 years ago, the Dao Sect suddenly opened its mountain gate and preached to the world. The mountain gate faced the entire 9 provinces domain. In other words, the Dao Sect has changed its usual standards of strictly accepting disciples and begun to accept disciples everywhere. There's movement." Qi Ming thought to himself, the epic calamity is approaching, and the Dao sect is beginning to become restless. In the last 100 years, Qi Ming had obtained the inheritance of the primordial heavenly Venerate from the heavenly celebration cloud umbrella. It contained a heavenly Venerate level cultivation method and 3 great divine powers. This heavenly Venerate level cultivation method was called the Time Heavenly Venerate technique. There were also 3 great divine power techniques. They were Time Quintessence Technique, Time Cauldron, and Time Robe. These were all great divine powers created with the time rules as the foundation. Among them, the Time Quintessence Technique had even fused 129,600 laws. This was a great divine power that fused all the laws. It had already reached the top of the great divine power. The Time Cauldron and the Time Robe were a little inferior. However, they were also very powerful. Although Qi Ming had not grasped the time rules, he had comprehended the great Dao of heaven and earth. As long as he used the great Dao of heaven and earth as the foundation, he could cultivate all the divine power methods in the worlds. There were no restrictions, and he did not need to comprehend the corresponding rules because the heaven and earth great Dao had long included everything. Qi Ming used the AFK farming software and consumed the corresponding immortal crystals. Under the enhancement of 10 billion times, he refined the 3 great divine powers. At the same time, through understanding and comprehending the Time Heavenly Venerate technique, Qi Ming knew an even higher realm that surpassed the immortal realm. It was called the Venerate realm. They were divided into the Law Heavenly Venerate realm, the Rule Heavenly Venerate realm, and the Eternal Supremacy realm. The 3 Venerate realms were divided into 9 levels each. The difference between every level was huge. In the blink of an eye, another year later. On this day, the Primordial Demon Sect's Demon Sect competition was about to begin. According to Qi Ming's instructions, Red Dust had long selected 3 disciples with extremely good talent a year ago. They were Cao Yunfan, Yu Yun, and Su Hao. Now, they had already become the Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. A year ago, Qi Ming circulated the Chaos Great Dao scripture and condensed the Great Dao flower. Among the 3 Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage, Cao Yunfan had absorbed 19 Great Dao flowers, Yu Yun had absorbed 22 Great Dao flowers, and Su Hao had absorbed a total of 24 Great Dao flowers. Their capacity far exceeded Gu Minjiun's. Back then, Gu Minjiun had only absorbed a Great Dao flower, but it was as if he had been blessed by the heavens and the earth. He grew all the way and easily reached the mystic immortal realm. Now, Cao Yunfan, Yu Yun, and Su Hao had absorbed so many Great Dao flowers and underwent a complete change. They were protected by the Great Dao of heaven and earth. As expected, as long as they did not die prematurely midway, they could at least step into the immortal king realm. This was Qi Ming's terrifying aspect. As long as Qi Ming was willing, he could completely mass-produce immortal realm geniuses. Disciple Cao Yunfan. Disciple Yu Yun. Disciple Su Hao. Greetings, Branch Master. Red Dust stood at the side. In front of Qi Ming, Cao Yunfan, Yu Yun, and Su Hao knelt in front of Qi Ming and bowed. Their voices were respectful, and their gazes were fanatical and worshipful. Qi Ming nodded. Go. In this demon sect competition, obtain a good ranking for Heaven Enlightenment lineage. Don't embarrass us. Yes. Yes. Cao Yunfan and the others replied in unison. Let's go. Red Dust waved his right hand and left with Cao Yunfan and the others. Qi Ming took a glance and retracted his gaze. He continued to cultivate and increase his cultivation and strength as much as possible. Qi Ming did not know when the epic calamity would descend, but before it, he naturally wanted to increase his cultivation as much as possible. It was best if he could break through to the immortal king realm before the epic calamity descended. At that time, Qi Ming would be invincible in the immortal realm. Chapter 357, Heavenly Dao Demon Treasure, Heavenly Creation Mirror. A day later. The Demon Sect competition had already officially begun. The 109 lineages of the primordial demon sect naturally included Heaven Enlightenment lineage established by Qi Ming. A total of 1,389 demon sect disciples participated. On average, every lineage had 12 to 13 disciples participating. Qi Ming's Heaven Enlightenment lineage only sent 3 Dao children to participate. Among the 109 lineages of the primordial demon sect, it was the lineage with the lowest number of participating disciples. Many participating disciples of the other factions did not think highly of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. The establishment of Heaven Enlightenment lineage was too short. The highest number of participating disciples was from the Blood Sea lineage. A total of 27 legacy disciples and personal disciples were sent. Every demon sect disciple participating was a top genius of the various lineages. They were basically all legacy disciples and personal disciples. Their cultivation levels were not low, and they were very strong. This time, the content of the demon sect competition would involve sending 1,389 participating disciples out of the primordial demon territory and into the North Province. These participating disciples would use their own methods to deal with the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty. The demon sect competition would last for 10 years. In 10 years, the participating disciples who could cause the greatest damage to the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty would obtain the final victory. At that time, they would obtain a large number of rewards. I didn't expect the content of this demon sect competition to be like this. Are they preparing to attack the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty? Or is this only a preliminary test? The power and foundation of the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty is huge. If we're not careful, we'll die. When the time comes, we have to be careful. He. I've long wanted to see the true methods of the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty. The participating disciples discussed animatedly with solemn expressions, but they were also eager. Let's go. A figure soared into the sky. He was the demon sect's evil demon branch master. He was in charge of this demon sect competition. With a wave of his right hand, he activated the demon sect's spatial immortal formation. Light flashed and enveloped the surroundings, teleporting all the participating disciples away and disappearing, leaving the primordial demon territory. The scene changed. The 1,389 participating disciples were teleported to the various immortal cities of the North Province separately. They were not gathered. It's starting. I wonder how far this demon sect competition will develop. Who will win? In the primordial demon territory, images appeared one after another, displaying the situation of the 1,389 participating disciples in front of all the spectators. In the scene, something unexpected happened. Attack! Demon scoundrels, die! Attack! Ha ha ha! The orders of the Lord of the North Province are indeed correct. I've long deduced your whereabouts. Die! Shouts of killing sounded. In every scene, a total of 1,389 participating disciples were teleported to the North Province. Before they could observe their surroundings, they were surrounded and killed by many immortals. The battle instantly erupted. Ah! Pfft! Bastard! Damn it! We've been ambushed! Damn it! Why did this happen? Unexpectedly, it was not only these participating disciples. The 108 branch masters of the primordial demon territory and the many demon sect elders were also shocked by this sudden scene. They were very surprised. The immortals of the North Province were actually able to ambush all the participating disciples so accurately. This was simply unbelievable. It was indeed shocking. But soon, they calmed down. I think this matter should be related to Senior Brother Qi. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty has used the 6 paths of reincarnation. Senior Brother Qi has joined our primordial demon sect and completely angered the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty does not dare to go to war completely and can only endure for the time being. However, they are prepared to take revenge on us. But this time, the 9 elders of the Immortal dynasty must have used the 6 paths of reincarnation to deduce the situation of this demon sect competition. This is why they could ambush all the participating disciples so precisely. Damn it! The demon sect branch masters discussed solemnly. On the other side, Qi Ming was in seclusion and cultivating in Heaven Enlightenment Hall, but he still paid attention to the situation of the demon sect competition. He looked over and saw the form of the competition. This. Qi Ming frowned. He calculated with his fingers and understood the reason. His expression darkened slightly and was a little ugly. 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. How overbearing. He also knew that it was because of him that the 1,389 participating disciples were in danger. Otherwise, they would not have been ambushed so accurately. An intense battle erupted. The participating disciples used their divine powers and methods. Their cultivation levels were not weak, and their combat strength was indeed very formidable. They blocked the siege of many enemies. Ah! Scoundrel! Die! Shouts of killing sounded. Accompanied by a miserable cry, more than 10 participating disciples had already died in battle. The expressions of the branch masters darkened, but they could not attack. Qi Ming took a few more glances and discovered the whereabouts of Cao Yunfan and the others. After facing the siege, they seemed to be at ease. They used various divine powers and quickly escaped danger. Not bad. Qi Ming nodded in satisfaction. As expected of top geniuses who had fused with the Great Dao flowers. With the protection of the Heaven and Earth Great Dao, they could always resolve danger when faced with danger. That is, the Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. This. Good method. They actually used this method to escape the danger and rush out of the encirclement. The first to escape were actually the 3 Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage. This. As expected of Heaven Enlightenment lineage established by senior brother Qi. In only 100 years, he nurtured such an extremely outstanding disciple. Yes. Senior brother Qi is too unfathomable. Unbelievable. The branch masters sighed repeatedly, their voices filled with reverence and praise. Time passed. 3 days later, after the 3 Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage escaped, the participating disciples of the other factions fled one after another. They escaped the pursuit and infiltrated the North Province. A total of 790 participating disciples were killed in this ambush and siege, and 599 participating disciples escaped. Make your move. Please take out the Heavenly Dao Demon Treasure, Heavenly Creation Mirror. Seconded. Since the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty has already used the Heavenly Dao Treasure, 6 paths of reincarnation, we don't have to worry anymore. Please take out the Heavenly Dao Demon Treasure, Heavenly Creation Mirror to protect the remaining 599 participating disciples. We can't let them be deduced by the 6 paths of reincarnation and protect their secrets and providence. The branch masters said in unison. Activate. Open. Welcome, Heavenly Dao Demon Treasure, Heavenly Creation Mirror. The branch masters formed hand seals. Dharmic powers spread as profound runes tore through the air and entered the horizon of the demon territory. The next moment, Qi Ming felt an extremely huge pressure. In the sky, a black round mirror that covered the sky appeared. Black fog spread and was a little unreal. This was not the true body of the Heavenly Creation Mirror, but a mighty Dharma idol. Observing carefully, on the entire mirror, there were patterns that were like profound runes. The entire frame was like the ring of the Ouroboros. Mirror light flickered, illuminating the heavens. The next moment, streams of light tore through the air from the mirror and fled into the sky. They soared through space and blessed the 599 participating disciples. The 599 participating disciples had obtained the protection of the Heavenly Creation Mirror. It was very difficult to deduce their corresponding information. Although Qi Ming also had the Heavenly Dao Treasure, space-time gate protecting him, his cultivation was insufficient and it was difficult for him to unleash the true power of the heavenly Dao treasure, space-time gate. Therefore, he was deduced. Moreover, in order to deduce Qi Ming's situation, the 9 elders of the Immortal dynasty had exhausted a huge amount of dharmic powers and paid the corresponding price to obtain information. The 9 elders of the Immortal dynasty naturally could not pay too much to deduce these participating disciples because it was not worth it for them to do so. Moreover, the Primordial Demon Sect's branch masters had even invited the Heavenly Demon Branch Master. With its obstruction, it was even more impossible to continue deducing. Time passed. In the blink of an eye, 10 years passed. In the North Province, the 599 disciples of the demon sect infiltrated. In 10 years, they had indeed caused considerable damage to the North Province. It caused a scene of misery and suffering. Immortal cities were destroyed one after another. Cao Yunfan, Yu Yun, and Su Hao found another way. They did not ruthlessly kill the living beings of the upper world. Instead, they spread the inheritance of heaven enlightenment lineage established by Qi Ming. In these 10 years, Cao Yunfan established the Cloud Enlightenment sect in the North Province. He passed down cultivation methods and accepted a large number of disciples. Many itinerant immortal experts joined. In a short 10 years, it became a first-rate sect that dominated an area. Yu Yun established the Heavenly Cloud sect. It also passed down cultivation methods and took in a large number of disciples as itinerant immortal experts. In fact, Yu Yun also annexed a first-rate faction, 3 second-rate factions, and so on. Su Hao was even stronger. Not only had he established the vast Heaven sect in the northern province, but he had also subdued 3 first-rate sects and factions. When the demon sect competition ended, although Su Hao and the others did not kill everyone or slaughter the masses, they caused the greatest loss to the 9 provinces' Immortal dynasty. Su Hao, Yu Yun, and Cao Yunfan led the 3 first-rate sects, the Vast Heaven sect, the Heavenly Cloud sect, and the Cloud Enlightenment sect, and all entered Heaven Enlightenment lineage. This matter shocked the entire Primordial Demon sect. Chapter 358, A million years later, Cultivation Breakthrough, Mid-Stage Mystic Immortal. After this demon sect competition, Heaven Enlightenment lineage could be said to have become famous in the entire Primordial Demon sect. Qi Ming's reputation increased greatly because of this and spread throughout the entire sect. The Primordial Demon sect had been established since the last epoch and had existed for countless years. However, in the last epoch, the Primordial Demon sect was defeated and weaker. That was why they lost to the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Otherwise, now, the one ruling the entire 9 provinces domain was not the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, but the Primordial Demon sect. The cultivation environment of the entire 9 provinces domain would undergo a complete change. Su Hao, Yu Yun, and Cao Yunfan's actions had indeed surprised the branch masters and elders of the Primordial Demon sect. They did not expect that Su Hao and the others had actually established a sect in the North Province. Most importantly, it only took 10 years. They also joined Heaven Enlightenment lineage with the sect they established. Not only did it weaken a small portion of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty's strength, but it also strengthened the Primordial Demon sect. It was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. At this moment, the branch masters of the Primordial Demon sect understood. It's been so many years. Only now do I understand this principle. That's right. Senior Brother Qi established Heaven Enlightenment lineage and let the 3 Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage participate in this demon sect competition. The 3 Dao children of Heaven Enlightenment lineage took another path. This allowed us to truly understand. Actually, over the years, we have gradually walked into a dead end. We only thought about how to destroy the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty or how to kill all the immortals. However, we never thought that we could actually recruit many factions that are unhappy with the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Every time an immortal defects, the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty will lose an immortal, and our Primordial Demon sect will have another helper. Under this situation, the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty will one day be completely destroyed. We can even send many elders and let the heavenly creation mirror protect our providence and heavenly secrets. Then, we can think of a way to infiltrate the various provinces of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty and establish sects. We can accept disciples and disciples extensively. At the end of the battle, we can fuse them all. At that time. This way, not only can we annex the power of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, but we can also increase the overall strength of our primordial demon sect. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, yes. Thinking of this, the branch masters of the primordial demon sect had already begun to be excited. In their minds, it was as if spiritual light kept flickering as they thought of methods one after another. Regarding the implementation of various plans, he began to gradually understand the situation. In the blink of an eye, a month after the demon sect competition ended, the branch masters began to implement their plan. They sent trustworthy elders and disciples to leave the primordial demon territory and quietly infiltrate the other 8 provinces. For example, after every elder or disciple sent out infiltrated various places in the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, they were like viruses that quickly multiplied and began to corrode the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Before Qi Ming joined the primordial demon sect, the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty and the primordial demon sect were like water and fire. The two were incompatible. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty suppressed their respective demon sects with iron blood. Apart from the primordial province, the other 8 provinces could basically not see the whereabouts of the demon sect. Only the primordial province was occupied by the primordial demon sect, and there were various demon cult members occupying this place. In the past, the primordial demon sect did not think of using other methods to deal with the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. They only knew how to fight and kill. In their minds, they only wanted to kill all the immortals of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Even the 108 branch masters did not sense anything amiss. But clearly, although the overall strength of the primordial demon sect was not weak, it was still a little inferior to the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. Moreover, the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty had the help of the various factions and sects. If the primordial demon sect really followed their previous thoughts and only wanted to kill the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, it was basically impossible to succeed. The only outcome was destruction. This was because of the influence of providence. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty had the heavenly Dao treasure, 6 paths of reincarnation to suppress the providence. Coupled with the fact that they controlled the 9 provinces domain, their providence was robust and invincible, suppressing the providence of the primordial demon sect. They had been affected by providence and made the wrong judgment and decision. The primordial demon sect had always been suppressed by the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. But now, Qi Ming appeared. This was because Qi Ming was an existence that cultivated the great Dao. He comprehended the great Dao of heaven and earth and was protected by it. However, after he joined the primordial demon sect, it was like a stimulant that was injected into the providence of the primordial demon sect, causing its providence to increase greatly. It was enough to resist the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. When the primordial demon sect was no longer suppressed by the providence of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, everything changed. Their blinded minds recovered, and they understood the truth and saw the truth. This way, they could make the correct judgment. At the very least, the branch masters of the primordial demon sect and the many elders did not only want to fight and kill, but they also began to plot. In addition, it was also because the epic calamity was about to descend that this situation occurred. Otherwise, with the foundation of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty, it was extremely difficult to shake the providence of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. The rumors were right. Back then, in order to pursue his future path, the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate specially headed to the 5th upper world before leaving the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. He killed his way to the dragon race's ancestral land and captured an ancestral dragon. He fused the ancestral dragon's true spirit essence soul with the providence of the 9 provinces immortal dynasty and protected it. The 9 provinces immortal dynasty indeed had the ancestral dragon suppressing the providence and evolving the ancestral dragon vein. Time flowed like water. In the blink of an eye, 1,000,000 years passed. Primordial Demon Sect. On the top of Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Heaven Enlightenment Hall. In the room where Qiming was in seclusion. Unknowingly, Qiming had already spent 1,000,000 years here. The world had indeed changed. To the immortals of the upper world, the concept of time seemed to have become blurry. Immortals existed along with the world. Moreover, Qiming was a great Dao mystic immortal. He was immortal and indestructible. He was protected by the great Dao of heaven and earth and was immortal and unfettered in the myriad worlds. This time, Qiming entered seclusion for 1,000,000 years. This was also the longest time Qiming had cultivated in seclusion since he stepped into the cultivation world. The changes in the outside world were not small, but Qiming did not pay too much attention to it. In addition, 1,000,000 years passed, and the epic calamity did not descend. However, various things happened in various places in the 9 provinces, and it seemed to have become more and more chaotic. No one knew when the epic calamity would truly descend. In fact, Qiming had used his divine power to deduce a long time ago. He had obtained the situation of his senior sister, Lu Qingjian, So Qingyan, Yuan Feng, Yang Li, and Xiao Fan. First, Yang Li, Xiao Fan, and Celestial Venerable Ying had all ascended to the 9 provinces domain and joined different upper world immortal sects. Their current strength was very ordinary, only in the mystic immortal realm. As for Lu Qingjian, So Qingyan, Yuan Feng, and the others, they did not ascend to the 9 provinces domain. Instead, they ascended to another region of the first upper world. The first upper world had 3,000 domains. The 9 provinces domain was only one of them. Qiming did not plan to find Yang Li and the others because there was no need. Even if he found them, they would not be of any help to him. At that time, he probably still had to protect them. They also had their own fate. Lu Qingjian and the others were in the other realms of the first upper world. Qiming could not deduce their exact information. It was very difficult to find them even if he wanted to. He could only let nature take its course. We might meet again in the future. Qiming pondered for a moment. A month later. On this day, at noon. Qiming had a feeling that a great Dao immortal aperture had already been opened in his body. In every great Dao immortal aperture, a world had evolved, and a great Dao supremacy had even condensed. They had fused with the corresponding divine power, and almost every great Dao supremacy had strength comparable to himself. This was extremely terrifying. Ding! Congratulations, host! The Chaos Great Dao Scripture, Mystic Immortal section of the Immortal Realm chapter has been cultivated for more than 1,000,000 years under the enhancement of 100 trillion times. It has successfully established 11,781 Great Dao Immortal Apertures and fused 11,781 different divine powers to condense 11,781 Great Dao Supremacies. 11,781 Great Dao Immortal Apertures successfully combined. Dharmic powers condensed and evolved the mysteries of the heaven and earth Great Dao. Your cultivation level has successfully broken through to the mid-stage Mystic Immortal Realm. A notification appeared. Qiming's entire body shook. In his body, 11,781 Great Dao Immortal Apertures were opened. Rumbling sounds could be heard as a powerful aura surged, shaking the heavens and the earth. Dao sounds spread, runes flickered, and light shone. The power of the heaven and earth Great Dao fused into Qiming's body, causing his aura to become stronger and stronger. This time, Qiming did not hide any phenomenon. A huge commotion came from Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain, attracting the attention of the disciples, elders, and branch masters of the Primordial Demon Sect. They looked over. The Dao that can be told is not the eternal Dao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The phenomenon had just begun. Deo supremacies revealed different divine power Dharma idols one after another. Deo scriptures related to the truths of heaven and earth resounded in all directions. There were a total of 11,781 divine power Dharma idols. It filled the world. This. Oh goodness! How terrifying is this? How world-shaking is this? How vast is this? Is this a Deo cultivator? Too strong, too shocking. The branch masters exclaimed and could not calm down. Branch master! Branch master! Congratulations to the branch master for his increase in cultivation. Heaven Enlightenment lineage has the blessing of the heavenly cycle stars. The branch master is respected and supreme. Heaven Enlightenment sacred mountain. All the elders, deacons, and disciples of Heaven Enlightenment lineage looked up at the sky and looked up at Qi Ming's grandeur. They kowtowed one after another. Chapter 359, New Immortal Realm Game Dungeon, Divine Beast Battle. The phenomenon created by Qi Ming's breakthrough was too vast. This was only the early stage Mystic Immortal Realm breaking through to the mid-stage Mystic Immortal Realm, but it was already so terrifying. It was unimaginable. What would the phenomenon when Qi Ming broke through to the major realm be? The vast phenomenon shook the entire primordial demon territory, attracting the attention of all the demon sect's branch masters, elders, and disciples. Qi Ming set up the small heavenly star array around Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. The array was activated at all times. Although it was not activated at full power, it was enough to hide the fluctuation when Qi Ming broke through. Even so, it was still extremely shocking. The great Deo immortal aperture transformed into inner worlds one after another. These were not illusory worlds, but real worlds. In addition, the great Deo supremacies transformed into divine power Dharma idols that guarded Qi Ming. They suppressed heaven and earth, and the entire sky was filled with figures of divine power Dharma idols. It was really too terrifying. Gasp! Too shocking! Is this senior brother Qi true foundation? As expected of a Deo cultivator. I have to say that senior brother Qi is indeed a cultivator who can directly interest the primordial heavenly Venerate. He's able to directly make the primordial heavenly Venerate take him in as a disciple. After all, senior brother Qi cultivation is only at the mystic immortal realm, and this time, he only broke through from the early stage mystic immortal realm to the mid-stage mystic immortal realm. It's already so terrifying. Too terrifying. It's unimaginable. If senior brother Qi reaches the immortal king realm, how terrifying will his strength be? He'll probably be invincible in the immortal realm. The branch masters could not help but exclaim again. Their eyes and gazes were filled with reverence for Qi Ming. This time, they were truly convinced. In the blink of an eye, half a month later, Qi Ming completely stabilized his cultivation level. The phenomenon in the world converged and adapted to his breakthrough cultivation and strength. Ding! Detected that the host's cultivation level has broken through to the mid-stage mystic immortal realm. The reward for clearing the early stage mystic immortal realm game dungeon, Buddhist chaos, will be greatly reduced. You can use 10 billion medium-grade immortal crystals to open the new immortal realm game dungeon. A notification appeared. Charge. Ding! Successfully charged 10 billion medium-grade immortal crystals. Ding! New immortal realm game dungeon has been successfully activated. You can enter the mid-stage mystic immortal realm game dungeon, Divine Beast Battle. A notification appeared. Enter. Colorful lights flickered. It was as if light was gathering and forming a game screen in front of Qi Ming. Various scene introductions appeared on the screen. Information about this immortal realm game dungeon and the exact situation of the various game dungeons were reflected in Qi Ming's eyes one after another. First, this immortal realm game dungeon world was a world where divine beasts were respected. There were no humans. In the entire divine beast world, the 4 races were respected. The 4 divine beasts were familiar with it. They were, divine dragon race, White Tiger race, Phoenix race, and Black Tortoise race. Apart from that, there were also other divine beast races, such as the Vermilion Bird, the Pixiu, the Kuan-Yu, the Flood Dragon, the Zuyan, and so on. However, they were all vassals of the four great divine beast races and were always suppressed by them. In the Battle of the Divine Beasts, the main reason was that the four divine beasts had fought endlessly over the countless years. Under the accumulation of time, a matter completely erupted. This matter was that the daughter of the divine dragon race's patriarch, the Dragon Princess, was brutally killed by the son of the Phoenix race's patriarch, Feng Aotian. Moreover, the White Tiger race and the Black Tortoise race were also involved. This unbelievable thing indeed happened among the four divine beasts. At the beginning, the divine dragon race's patriarch led the experts of the divine dragon race to threaten the Phoenix race to hand over Feng Aotian. The Phoenix race was naturally unwilling to agree. A small conflict erupted. During the eruption of the conflict, the war constantly escalated and became more and more intense, causing a large-scale battle between the divine dragon race and the Phoenix race. The Black Tortoise and White Tiger race could not escape from this matter. Finally, a divine beast battle that swept through the entire divine beast world completely erupted. Qi Ming would also participate in this vast divine beast battle. Qi Ming could choose 5 different identities to participate. The first game character identity, Divine Dragon Race Elder; second game character identity, Phoenix Race Elder; third game character identity, White Tiger Race Elder; fourth game character identity, Black Tortoise Race Elder. Fifth game character identity, Subsidiary Alliance Marshal. Qi Ming could become an elder of the four divine beasts. After choosing the corresponding game character identity, he would have different clearing missions. For example, if Qi Ming chose to become an elder of the divine dragon race, he needed to lead the divine dragon race to win this divine beast battle. If he chose to become an elder of the other divine beasts, he had to lead the other divine beasts to victory. As for the Subsidiary Alliance Marshal, this was the fifth choice of character identity. It represented the fifth faction hidden in the shadows of the divine beast world. It was actually an alliance formed by the various subsidiary races. The mastermind behind this divine beast battle was the Subsidiary Alliance. They killed the divine dragon race's patriarch's most beloved and youngest daughter, Dragon Princess, and framed Feng Aotian. When the conflict erupted, the Subsidiary Alliance continued to operate in secret and constantly sowed discord between the four divine beasts, constantly triggering and escalating the scale of the war. In the end, it triggered the divine beast battle. The final goal of the Auxiliary Alliance was to destroy the four divine beast races. They had been stepped on by the four divine beast races for countless years and had long felt resentment. Therefore, they wanted to overthrow the rule of the four divine beast races. Choose the divine dragon race's elder. Qi Ming did not think much of it. He chose his identity as a game character who had entered this Immortal Realm game dungeon for the first time and became an elder of the divine dragon race. Then, he participated in this divine beast battle and erupted with powerful strength. He pushed through the battlefield and killed experts of the various divine beasts. At the same time, Qi Ming had made many outstanding achievements on the battlefield. He used his powerful strength to defeat the original patriarch of the divine dragon race and naturally sat in the position. Immediately after, he used a little trick and found the alliance hidden behind the scenes. He investigated the truth of the matter. The four divine beasts joined forces and destroyed them. Finally, Qi Ming used his powerful strength to defeat the patriarchs of the three great divine beasts of the Phoenix race, the White Tiger race, and the Black Tortoise race, completely unifying the divine beast world. He successfully cleared this Immortal Realm game dungeon. It was already 10 days later when Qi Ming cleared the Immortal Realm game dungeon, the divine beast battle. He received the corresponding notification and information. Ding! Congratulations, host! You have been AFK farming in the mid-stage Mystic Immortal Realm game dungeon, divine beast battle for 10 days. You have successfully cleared the Immortal Realm game dungeon once. You have received 1 Phoenix Race's Patriarch and a quadrillion high-grade Immortal crystals. A notification appeared. Qi Ming was delighted, another Immortal pet. Immortal pet, Phoenix Race's Patriarch. True name, Huang Ziyu. Introduction: this is a rare Immortal pet from the mid-stage Mystic Immortal Realm game dungeon, Divine Beast Battle. Its potential is very high. It is the Patriarch of the Phoenix race, one of the 4 great Divine Beast races in the Divine Beast world. It is very powerful. It appears at the early stage Immortal King realm and can at most grow to the late stage Immortal King realm. It has grasped 3,800 laws and cultivates the laws. An upper world Immortal King who cultivates the laws. A smile appeared on Qi Ming's face. Not bad, not bad. This way, besides the mortal world, I finally have a second upper world Immortal King. Although he's only a law cultivator that cannot compare to Red Dust, he's still very good. Very good, very good. Qi Ming was very satisfied. In the Immortal Realm game dungeon, the Divine Beast Battle, there were various Divine Beasts. They could completely obtain a large number of inheritance crystals and bloodline crystals. At that time, all of Qi Ming's immortal pets could undergo an advancement. In the blink of an eye, another 7 days passed. The Heaven Demon Branch Master, the Puppet Branch Master, and the other Branch Masters came to visit Qi Ming one after another to congratulate him on his cultivation breakthrough. They came to congratulate him and even gave him congratulatory gifts. In addition, Qi Ming had been in seclusion for so long. He also planned to come out and take a walk. He met the branch masters and discussed some matters regarding the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty and the Epic Calamity. A million years, to the branch masters, was actually not long. After all, these branch masters of the primordial demon sect were all old fogies who had lived for hundreds of millions of years. A million years was really not long. To Qi Ming, a million years was indeed a long time. In the 9 provinces domain, the Dao sect opened their doors and accepted disciples. They even acted in secret and joined forces with sects to secretly form the Dao sect alliance. This was an upper world alliance led by the Dao sect. Unknowingly, it had already grown. Apart from that, there was also the Myriad Race alliance led by the 9-headed Phoenix clan that had joined forces with many powerful races. It was also an extremely powerful faction and was gradually growing. After a million years, in the entire 9 provinces, the power structure had become the competition of 4 factions. They were 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty, Primordial Demon Sect, Dao Sect Alliance, and Myriad Race Alliance. The Primordial Demon Sect only occupied the Primordial Province. On the surface, the Dao Sect Alliance did not dare to fall out with the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty, but in secret, they controlled the Eastern Victory Divine Province. With the 9-headed Phoenix clan as the leader, the Myriad Race Alliance joined forces with many races of the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty and had already occupied the Sea Region Province and the Misty Immortal Province. From the beginning to the end, the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty was the largest, strongest, had the deepest foundation, and had the strongest providence. At the very least, be it the Primordial Demon Sect, the Dao Sect Alliance, or the Myriad Race Alliance, none of them dared to truly resist the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty. They could only fight in a roundabout manner. If not for the fact that there were internal conflicts in the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty, it would have been very difficult for the Dao Sect Alliance and the Myriad Race Alliance to develop. Chapter 360, Breakthrough Again, Late Stage Mystic Immortal. For now, the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty actually controlled the Immortal Dynasty Province, the Western Ox Province, the Southern View Province, the North Province, and the Cloud Lightning Province. However, these 5 provinces were actually secretly corroded by the other 3 factions. For example, the Primordial Demon Sect. A million years ago, the branch masters sent many elders and disciples to gradually infiltrate the various provinces of the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty and corrode and instigate some factions. The 9 provinces domain looked very calm now. There was not much commotion or battle, but this was only the calm before the storm. Everything was brewing. When the opportunity appeared, it would be the time for the war to erupt. If the epic calamity really descended, no immortal could be spared. They would be involved in the surging karma and calamity of providence. If they were not careful, even an upper world immortal king would be reduced to ashes. Everything would all return to the world. Cough cough. The evil demon branch master coughed lightly and looked at Qi Ming with a smile. Senior brother Qi, speaking of which, a huge thing has indeed happened recently. There seems to be news from the Dao sect. A Dao cultivator has actually appeared in the Dao sect. Moreover, this Dao cultivator is already a Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal. I just didn't expect this. The 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty actually only discovered this now. This way, the Dao sect has attracted most of the attention of the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty. Also, in these million years, our demon sect's various lineages sent many elders and disciples. Although many died, many established their foundations in the various provinces. Qi Ming pondered for a moment. A second Dao cultivator has appeared on the Dao sect's side? This is even more interesting. What do you think is the situation on the Myriad Race Alliance's side? The reason why the Dao sect cultivator was not discovered was because Qi Ming's appearance had made the 6 paths of reincarnation make the wrong judgment. Qi Ming was an existence that cultivated the great Dao. The situation of the Myriad Race Alliance is really unknown. That's right. The 9-headed Phoenix clan is extraordinary. Behind them are traces of the 5th upper world. Back then, the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate entered the 5th upper world and hunted an ancestral dragon. He offended the faction of the 5th upper world. That's right. The branch masters said in unison. If the Dao sect really has a Dao cultivator, how does the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty plan to deal with them? I'm not sure yet. The Dao sect has existed for a long time and is even older than the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty. Its foundation is incomparably deep. Although no existence comparable to the 6th Dao Heavenly Venerate has appeared, it's not something the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty can casually control. The Dao sect has nurtured a Dao cultivator with great difficulty this time. Moreover, he has already reached the Golden Immortal realm. How can we easily give up? According to my estimates, this battle can't be avoided. It's only a matter of time. However, as to when the battle will begin, that will depend on the plans of the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty. If the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty and the Dao sect really fight, our Primordial Demon sect can obtain benefits from it or think of a way to deal with it. We still have to discuss the exact details. The branch masters discussed. The 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty was also worried about the Primordial Demon sect and the Myriad Race Alliance. If the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty truly used force to forcefully suppress and destroy the Dao sect, the Primordial Demon sect and the Myriad Race Alliance would definitely not just watch the show and would definitely interfere. Time passed. In the following period of time, the Dao sect alliance and the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty had various small conflicts. Both sides had suffered losses, but they were held back and did not truly fight. 100,000 years later, the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty finally stopped holding back. Clearly, they were worried that the Dao sect's Dao cultivator would truly grow. In addition, the Dao sect was unwilling to compromise. The 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty no longer had any reservations. They were led by the 3 Immortal Dynasty's 9 elders into the 9 Provinces Immortal Dynasty's army. The various Immortal Dynasty's factions joined forces and attacked the Eastern Victory Divine Province. This was an all-out war. An extremely large-scale immortal battle erupted. Countless immortals of the upper world, perfected immortals, mystic immortals, Grand Unity mystic immortals, Golden Immortals, Zenith Heaven Golden Immortals, and even Immortal Kings participated in this large-scale immortal battle. Of course, after this large-scale immortal battle erupted, the Primordial Demon Sect and the Myriad Race Alliance naturally did not sit back and do nothing. They more or less used various methods to support the Dao sect and constantly wore down the power of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. The Primordial Demon sect and the Myriad Race Alliance did not need to personally participate at all. They only needed to support the Dao sect from the back and wear down the strength of the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty. At the same time, that could also wear down the power of the Dao sect alliance. This large-scale Immortal battle lasted for a very long time. The 9 provinces Immortal dynasty could not obtain any substantial progress at all and could not truly destroy the Dao sect. Although the Dao sect did not have an existence in the Venerate realm like the 6 Dao Heavenly Venerate, he had long left the 9 provinces domain. Therefore, the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty did not have any Venerate realm existences. Moreover, the Dao sect's foundation was too deep. It had existed for too long, and countless old fellows had sealed themselves in the Dao sect's forbidden land. A billion years ago, the Dao sect used the power of the sect and used the Khanate spiritual object, 99 eternal sand to forge a half-heavenly Dao treasure, the Khanate 8 trigrams diagram. With the help of the upper world immortal kings who cultivated the rules of the Dao sect, the Dao cultivator condensed the power of the upper world heavenly Dao and completely perfected the Khanate 8 trigrams diagram. The Dao sect finally obtained a true heavenly Dao treasure, the Khanate 8 trigrams diagram. Unless the 6 Dao heavenly venerates returned and personally attacked, it was utterly impossible to destroy the Dao sect alliance that had the heavenly Dao treasure, the Khanate 8 trigrams diagram. Time passed. In the blink of an eye, another million years passed. Qi Ming did not personally participate in this extremely terrifying vast immortal battle. He only sent the disciples and elders of heaven Enlightenment lineage to participate. 2 million years passed. The Dao children of heaven Enlightenment lineage, in other words, Cao Yunfan, Yu Yun, and Su Hao had long reached the late-stage Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal Realm, but they had not become upper world immortal kings. Su Hao and the others' cultivation breakthrough speed was much faster than Qi Ming's, but they could not withstand a single blow from Qi Ming. Qi Ming's cultivation breakthrough was not fast. Compared to Su Hao and the others, it could even be said to be slow. Comprehending the heaven and earth great Dao was too difficult. Even with the help of the AFK farming software, it was impossible to master it overnight. It required a lot of time. Eastern Victory Divine Province. The battle between the 9 provinces Immortal Dynasty and the Dao sect lasted for a full million years, but there was still no winner. However, the Dao cultivator of the Dao sect had mysteriously disappeared. About 1,000 years ago, for some reason, the Dao cultivator from the Dao sect suddenly disappeared from the place he had been in seclusion. He had lost all traces. It was unbelievable. The entire Dao sect had dug 3 feet into the ground and used various methods and divine powers, but they were unable to obtain the situation of that Dao cultivator. After the 9 provinces Immortal dynasty confirmed this news, they began to retreat. This immortal battle that had lasted for a million years had already riddled the entire Eastern Victory Divine Province with holes. It had even cracked into 19 pieces and many small pieces. In the Primordial Demon territory. On the top of Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. In Heaven Enlightenment Hall. Missing. Qi Ming quickly received the news from the front line. A surprised expression appeared on his face. I didn't expect that the Dao sect's Dao cultivator would actually go missing. Although Qi Ming did not know the exact situation of that Dao sect cultivator, the other party had already reached the Zenith Heaven Golden Immortal Realm and had comprehended the upper world Heavenly Dao. With his combat strength, he was enough to resist an upper world immortal king who cultivated the rules. An existence that could make that cultivator mysteriously disappear. There was only one possibility. That was the work of a Venerate realm existence. This. Qi Ming took a deep breath. Could it be that the 6 Dao Heavenly Venerate has returned? The 6 Dao Heavenly Venerate attacked and quietly took away the Dao sect's Dao cultivator. If that's the case, I have to be careful. Moreover, even if the 6 Dao Heavenly Venerate did not return, an existence at the Venerate realm who doesn't know his background, identity, or goal has appeared in the 9 provinces domain. We have to be even more vigilant. Strength, strength. Qi Ming clenched his fists and felt the more than 20,000 great Dao immortal apertures that had already been opened in his body. It was only a matter of time before he broke through again. I want to increase my cultivation level as soon as possible. In the blink of an eye, a year later. On this day, at noon. Ding! Congratulations, host! The Chaos Great Dao Scripture, Mystic Immortal section of the Immortal Realm chapter has been cultivated for 1,178,200 years under the enhancement of 100 trillion times. It has successfully established 11,782 Great Dao Immortal apertures. It has fused 11,782 divine power techniques and condensed 11,782 Great Dao supremacies. 11,782 Great Dao Immortal apertures have successfully combined. Your Dharmic powers have gathered and mastered, evolving the true intent of the Heaven and Earth Great Dao. Your cultivation level has successfully broken through to the late-stage Mystic Immortal realm. A notification appeared. A very obvious smile appeared on Qi Ming's face. His entire body shook. In his body, balls of light lit up one after another. Every ball of light was a great Dao immortal aperture that evolved his inner world. The ball of light transformed into points of light that formed a line. Qi Ming's aura soared as the phenomenon of heaven and earth appeared again. The divine power Dharma idol filled the surrounding heaven and earth as Dao scripture chanted and explained the truths of heaven and earth. That direction is Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. This. Senior Brother Qi. Senior Brother Qi again. There's no mistake. After 1,178,200 years, Senior Brother Qi cultivation level has broken through again. This time, it's another such a vast phenomenon that shocked us. Congratulations, Senior Brother Qi. Congratulations, Lord Heaven Enlightenment Branch Master. Immediately after, in the Primordial Demon Sect, the branch masters, elders, and many disciples bowed in the direction of Heaven Enlightenment Sacred Mountain. Their voices were very respectful.